just to be clear, like if we're transferring over to away from the press conference and into the game, like I'm not mad. Like I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm like still excited to watch the Bears. I mean, dude, they're better than us. Like it's hard to swallow when we don't think they are, but like you can't like, dude, the Packers should beat us. Like that's
in Lambeau.
Yeah.
Like what do we like? And the fact they were in that game.
Yeah, if they get that, it's a touchdown game.
Yes. So they performed better than I think a lot of people were assuming they would. And now it's like you have to like, but you got to start trending in the right direction at least. Even if you're not getting results, like the Texans is a game where it's like this is a comparable opponent. You want to look much better against the Texans, but against the Packers, I'll admit that when you go into a game and you were trailing the entire time and you only attempt 11 passes, only one of which was downfield.
They're averaging like 9 yards a carry though. So that's one thing where like if
I know
you're establishing the run and then you're just like, well, we're just fucking running the ball down their throats.
Totally.
Dude, it's disturbing because we still have this storybook that we think like continued because it's kind of been similar to the Nagy era so far, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, but like we just gotta like push that shit away.
Right.
You know, this is it's a new chat. It sounds cliche, but it really is.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're in a situation where we can't get our best offensive weapon and besides Montgomery and Darnell Mooney involved. This is Allen Robinson all over again. But it's like, no, like you need to.
But like to your point,
maybe
and like I
short memory.
Yeah, I don't know if they started bringing up 8-9 in the box to stop the run. It didn't look like it out there. But typically, when you're getting 8 yards a carry, I think it was 8. I think Monty averaged 8.1.
Yeah,
sure. And I love the old like who was the old Ohio State coach? I'm blanking on his name. Woody Hayes, where he's like, I run the ball because when you throw it, only 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad. And I think people like dismiss that now, like with the analytics. But I think there's truth to that. It's either going to be it could be completed, intercepted, or incomplete, and 2 of those things are bad. And so I love running the ball, run the damn ball. But you would think that they would be able to run play action out of that, take a couple shots, stretch them out a little bit, make some big plays happen in the outside the pocket running. It just never materialized. They never even tried. The fact that they didn't try makes me.
But they could have set that up because. At a broader level, to win that game or be competitive at the end, the Bears have to have time of possession, and that's more than just getting first downs or stringing first downs together. So I think there is an initial emphasis of getting the ball on the ground, getting the clock moving, like to these.
Yeah, you want to shorten the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you call me a pussy though?
Now, but if it's 24-10, 4th and 1, they score the touchdown, it's 24-17, and he gets the ball back. I know that didn't happen. We're not saying. But there is a universe where, like, if that did happen, the game plan would have been putting them in a position where he threw the ball less than a dozen times and could have had a drive to execute a lot of shit down the stretch to get that touchdown. And I'm sure it would have been another 10 or 12 fucking pass attempts. And maybe it's a different story. But then there's a controversy like, well, the refs, and they just didn't execute a play on 4th and 1 to score a touchdown.
Let me give you this stat, though. The Bears had 11 team pass attempts in a 27-10 loss. Since 2000, there are only 2 instances of a team having fewer pass attempts in a double-digit loss. Denver, Week 12, and that of 2020, that was a Kendall Hinton game. I don't even know who the fuck that is right now. And Houston, Week 7, 2005, David Carr went 6 of 9 for 48 yards. So it is it's historically conservative offense, regardless of what you're doing on the ground game.
Call me a pussy. I'm probably going to get killed for this take, but I'm okay being conservative on a primetime game against your rival in Week 2.
Oh, you pussy.
I am. I'm sorry, I am. There is no urgency here for this season. There's none. All you need to do is find some dudes, which they're evaluating, the whole roster, and you need to be in a position where Justin Fields can be ready to go for his next year, for year 3.
It's like modified spring training.
Yes, it is. It truly is. I'm sorry. And like I said, call me a pussy. People are not going to like that take, but that is how I feel. I don't want, like, dude, there is a whole psychology behind this NFL thing, too. He goes out there, he throws 4 picks on fucking Sunday football against the Packers. Every single fucking show in America on Monday morning is opening it with he's a fucking loser and he's a bust.
So
it's a fact.
I hear you on that, okay? I hear you on that. Every show would be doing that.
Yeah.
To me, when you only throw it 11 times, that makes me think maybe the coaching staff thinks that. And that's where I get nervous.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah.
However, I am choosing to go with my beliefs.
Okay. All right. But that's where
Yes.
for me, that's where the doubt came in, because after all the full training camp, all the OTAs, everything, you're week 2, it's not a fucking torrential downpour. You're behind in a game when you typically throw to make sure, clock management, all that. And I know they're getting chunks in the running game. But if your coaching staff doesn't trust your franchise quarterback to throw it more than 11 times, and those 11 attempts, only one of them that I remember, it could have been more, was downfield, regardless of your weapons, situationally, that tells me that they don't believe in him, and that makes me nervous.
But it could also be a situation where they want to gain trust in him.
Yeah,
like this is a building.
I hope
thing.
you're right.
It's a building.
A
thing.
bad pick in the first half too.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah,
That was a bad
When
pick.
he was throwing
That's
the ball, he
back-to-back
didn't look
weeks
good.
with bad picks in the first half.
Yeah.
Why? There's just no need right now. You're right.
Yeah.
Texans, let's fucking open it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they
No
beat the
reason not
Texans
to.
2-1.
2-1's
I
great.
know,
Yeah.
And then they got Detroit,
which is
Giants.
After
Giants,
week
that's it,
3,
yeah.
you said they were 2-1. We'd be like, all right, let's.
I'm trying.
So we're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yes,
We're fine.
totally.
Yeah.
I'm still very
We're fine.
hopeful. Same thing with fucking
and it takes guys a while to get going. Like, look
Gordon.
at yeah.
Like Gordon, awful game. In real time, you could see he was playing an awful game. They were picking on him the whole time.
Yeah, you were saying that. Yep.
You heard me the whole time, and then that was the storyline after the game.
Yep.
He made a great play early in the first half when he stopped. He batted down a touchdown. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Yeah.
Who in
Well,
here
it's
has
just-
never
yeah.
fucked up tremendously and been like, learn from that?
You're right. And it
Do it on Sunday night against the Packers.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
like, it's all part of the plan.